Exploring unknown tech, decoding future unicorns. Welcome to Product X. Using the sharp intuition of capital and the hardcore logic of an architect to help you catch the next big event in the global tech sphere. Hello everyone, I'm Rena. In today's enterprise software market, almost every company is spending a fortune on SaaS. Tools for collecting data are piled sky high, but the result is this. When a top-tier client quietly begins to churn, or shows sudden interest in a new product line, sales and marketing teams usually only wake up after the monthly reports are generated weeks later. To utterly annihilate this hindsight-driven customer management, Cobi, a startup headquartered at the Dubai AI campus, officially announced it has secured a $1 million pre-seed financing round led by Lunara Partners, with Plug and Play and others rushing in as follow-on investors. Cobi has built an AI decision stack that sits between the data layer and the execution layer. It analyzes microscopic shifts in customer behavior in real time and tells you exactly what to do next. Furthermore, it has already quietly secured partnerships with heavyweights like Emirates Flight Catering, MasterCard, and Precite AI. Vivian, in the Middle East, a region currently throwing massive capital at heavy AI compute infrastructure, why would Lunara Partners write their first check to a team building customer intelligence? Just how formidable is the background of this team?
Hello, Rena. Hello, Nolan. And hello to our audience. To understand Cobi's potential in the Middle Eastern and global enterprise services market, we must first pull back the curtain on the exceptionally pragmatic resumes of these two founders. CEO Darren Edmond possesses a decade of data-driven digital transformation experience. Not only did he advise top European financial institutions as a consultant at Deloitte, but he also served as the chief business officer at the fintech firm Drop. CTO Bothale Mazone, on the other hand, spent a decade at Amazon Web Services, mastering the art of architecting and scaling massively high concurrency underlying tech stacks. A top-tier commercial consultant who deeply understands complex enterprise pain points plus a hardcore geek who knows how to scale global cloud architectures, this is the ultimate, flawless defensive line in the B2B sector. From a financial and unit economics perspective, Lunara Partners recognize that Cobi is solving a massive SaaS ROI black hole on enterprise balance sheets. Today, enterprises burn millions of dollars annually procuring Salesforce, Segment, and Snowflake. They are completely data-rich, but decision-poor. Commercially, Cobi is incredibly astute. They aren't trying to rip and replace existing data storage tools. Instead, they position themselves purely as the intelligence layer. CEO Darren Edmond dropped a profoundly insightful piece of business wisdom. Your highest spending customer isn't necessarily your most brand-loyal customer. Legacy lead scoring systems are far too flat. Cobi helps enterprises calculate this dynamic math. They recently signed a 5-year strategic agreement with Innovate to inject this AI decision-making capability into highly complex digital payment ecosystems. When Cobi can directly help financial clients reduce churn rates and increase average order value via intelligent recommendations, an enterprise paying for its software ceases to be a cost. It becomes a pure profit, revenue-generating action.
Hello everyone, I'm Nolan. As Vivian stated, legacy customer data platforms are essentially just glorified routers and static ledgers. From an underlying software architecture perspective, Cobi is pushing the enterprise tech stack from a static rule engine toward continuous change point detection. To build a genuine decision brain, the system's architecture must be completely decoupled. Cobi's technical pipeline conquered 3 hardcore engineering challenges. Streaming orchestration of heterogeneous signals. Customer footprints are fragmented. A click, a customer support ticket, a refund. They live in completely disparate databases. At the foundation, Cobi must build a low-latency, real-time event streaming pipeline. Through a unified identity graph, it aggregates discrete transactional and behavioral data into a continuous time series context within milliseconds. Bayesian inference for dynamic intent. Legacy marketing tools rely on rigid, brain-dead rules like if cart is greater than $100, then send coupon. Cobi's AI engine builds multi-dimensional probabilistic models at the foundation to identify subtle inflection points in customer relationships. We can abstract its core next best action engine as the mathematical resolution of a conditional probability maximum. In this model is a high-dimensional state vector synthesizing the user's historical behavioral trajectory, retention risk, and lifetime value. The algorithm not only predicts the probability of churn under a no-intervention scenario, it computes in real time which action A from the available set will maximize the expected commercial value of the future state. Zero friction, headless execution. Cobi was exceedingly wise to avoid building its own email or SMS delivery system. They utilize a decoupled architecture, injecting the results generated by the decision engine via API straight back into the enterprise's existing HubSpot, Braze, or internal ERP systems. This headless execution radically reduces the integration friction for enterprise IT departments.
Understanding this underlying dynamic prediction algorithm allows us to see through the substantive evolution currently taking place within the Middle Eastern AI VC ecosystem. Historically, people's impression of Dubai might have been billionaires waving checkbooks to buy the highest spec NVIDIA compute. But Cobi's emergence proves that Middle Eastern AI hubs are now incubating globally competitive enterprise software. We can clearly see the endgame of SaaS evolution through a direct comparison. Industry evolution dimension. Gen 1, CRM. Gen 2, CDP. Gen 3, Cobi. Core system function. Records, static customer profiles, and sales progression logs. Aggregates and unifies cross-channel data into a single customer view. Automatically identifies behavioral mutations and recommends intervention actions. Workflow bottleneck. Severely reliant on manual data entry by sales teams. Lacks analytical capability. Requires data analysts to write SQL to extract insights. Directly outputs commercial decisions without requiring manual data stitching. Commercial value anchor. Sales pipeline management and compliance documentation. Breaking down data silos to build a unified data lake directly drives retention and revenue growth.
Exactly. Armed with this $1 million in seed capital, and having already entered the NVIDIA Inception program and the MasterCard Engage ecosystem, the next core engineering challenge facing Darren and Botlahale will be domain adaptive fine-tuning and causal inference. Correlation does not equal causation. When an AI engine observes that customers who downloaded a specific white paper have high conversion rates, the AI must use causal inference models to distinguish. Did the white paper cause the conversion, or do only high-intent customers bother to download the white paper? Only by crossing the chasm from mere prediction to genuine causal intervention can Cobi guarantee that every decision it recommends delivers definitive, measurable uplift within the ferociously complex realities of B2B and B2C commerce.
From hardcore veterans emerging from AWS and Deloitte, to Dubai's AI rising stars jointly securing a $1 million pre-seed round, the birth of Cobi serves as a ruthless mockery of inefficient legacy software. In an era where artificial intelligence is attempting to devour everything, Cobi never attempted to use machines to replace human empathy. Instead, by utilizing ruthlessly hardcore code and algorithms, they cleared away all the fog and hidden reefs within massive data stacks. When the agonizing labor of signal extraction and decision logic is handed over to AI, an enterprise's most precious asset, its human employees, can finally focus their energy on providing genuinely warm, empathetic connections and services to their customers. Thank you for tuning in to today's Product X.